Alrighty then. Let's see here. I believe we are good to go. Yes, we are. We are A-OK. So, let's do this properly now. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to the Flying T-Bar C. Today is Modern Monday. We are hopefully going to finish Tales of Arise. It's a big hopeful. If not, next week for sure. And then we will move on to the next quote-unquote modern game. But let's go ahead and get this started, shall we? Oops, sorry about that loud noise. Go away. Damn song.
So if the Sovereign and Maiden were originally boot-up programs for Lenegus, what about now?
Even with the Forbidden Zone in ruins and the Renaissance stolen, Lenegus is functioning fine. If it needed us before, it doesn't appear to now.
First they lumber you with a position you never asked for, then you're discarded like you're nothing? Who the hell do they think they are?
More importantly, who do they think we are? We might not even factor into their list of concerns.
I just hope everyone on Lenegus is safe.
Worst comes to worst.
Dang,
Lenegus is
Renwell
equipped
really
with a
turned
large number
around
of starships
from
that
how
people
she
can
was at the
escape in.
beginning of this.
As long as the whole satellite doesn't suddenly explode or something, they should be fine.
Wait, explode?
In any case, if we're truly going to make a difference, it's on Rena we're needed, not Lenegus. The people there will be fine, I'm sure of it.
Right.
Okay. Oh, I thought there might be another skit, but I guess not. Close, you jerk. I want your clothes. There we go. I got it that time. Stupidness. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Okay, there does not appear to be anything in particular here. Then to the central level. That is the story. So let's try the upper level. What is this way? Whoa. Observation deck. But that's pretty wild looking. Like, look, Dana and Rena are so tiny. back down to the central level.
Do you have your answer for me?
We want to ask something first. You're asking us to fight an entire planet. How exactly do you expect us to do that? You must have something up your sleeve, or else you wouldn't put us up to it.
The great astral spirit is an immense being, but its actual will does not run throughout its entire body. Rather, its will is derived from the core, which supports the rest of the body, and is where its strength is most densely concentrated. Therefore, if you destroy the core, the Great Spirit shall become unable to maintain sentience and return to being ordinary astral energy.
And how are we supposed to destroy that core?
By using the Renus Alma. You will also need the assistance of both the Sovereign and the Maiden. They are our best tools for suppressing and controlling astral energy. Using their powers, the Maiden shall seal the great astral spirit within her body, and the Sovereign shall wield the power of the Renus Alma to destroy it.
Hold on. That sounds a lot like what Shion described before.
Yeah, killing herself to take out the thorns with her.
She was actually right all along.
By my calculations, your powers combined should be sufficient to destroy the great astral spirit and disperse its energy widely enough to make it difficult to reform.
What will happen to the Maiden once we manage to beat the great astral spirit?
Any matter contained within the field of destruction shall be erased.
So it really will kill me.
This method is the most simple one available to destroy the Great Spirit, and is therefore our most reliable option.
What are our other options?
There is little reason to consider alternative courses of action when the most optimal
Mitch,
among
you
them
will
is
tell me the
Shion.
alternative
Get
courses.
it. I promised Shion that she wouldn't die, that we'd save the world without needing to sacrifice her. We didn't fight this whole time just to give up on her at the very end. If there's any other way to take out the Great Spirit, I want to hear it.
This plan shall lead to the fewest losses in preserving your world. Abandoning it is irrational.
That's...
It is vital that you proceed with this plan. A part of Rena's great astral spirit already resides within her. 300 years ago, the Great Spirit descended upon Lenegis in an attempt to assume direct control of the spirit channeling ceremony. We have reason to believe the Great Spirit left part of itself behind, and that it now resides in the Maiden.
Which would make Alphen's earlier hypothesis correct.
That part inside the Maiden belongs to the core, and can be used by the great astral spirit to revive itself. So long as it remains, it will be all but impossible to fully eradicate the Great Spirit. That is why it is necessary for it to be vanquished only once it is whole. Without the Maiden's direct control over the Great Spirit, attacking it is futile, and will only serve to strengthen it.
No.
Wait. Naori said that the Renus Alma can suppress the self-realization of astral energy, and that the thorns can be neutralized by placing them in it. If so, can't the same also be done to the Great Spirit, seeing as the thorns are simply part of it?
Well, can it?
It is true that the Renus Alma is capable of what you suggest, and could contain the great astral spirit.
Yes!
However, doing so requires fine control on the level of the spirit channeling ceremony, considering that the Renus Alma was previously lost when that ceremony failed. I cannot allow it. Its uncertainty is simply too great.
What does that mean for us if you won't allow it?
Your starship will not be restored, and you will all be unable to leave here.
Oh,
Why you?
Fine then. I'd rather stay here and rot than do it your way.
Alphen?
Whatever we do, if we mess up, Dana's screwed. The Great Spirit will destroy it. If you're fine letting that happen, and we have nothing to gain either way, then I'd rather do nothing. We want to stop Dana from getting destroyed. We want to save it. But not if it means having to sacrifice one of us in the process. If all you're gonna do is sit back and watch us where it's safe, then quit ordering us around and shut up!
Alvin.
What you say is irrational. Be that as it may, I shall accede to your demand.
You'll agree?
I am an observer. The Sovereign, Maiden, and Renis Alma are my species' greatest achievement. I wish to see how well they work against the Great Spirit in light of our demise by its hands.
But what are we supposed to do about the Renis Alma? One of your buddies ran off with it back on Lenegis.
It is likely that the Renis Alma is with the Great Spirit, functioning as a catalyst for it to receive Dana's astral energy.
So our only option to retrieve it is to head straight for the Great Spirit and take it back?
According to my observations, the astral energy is most densely concentrated in the center of Rena, where the Great Spirit's core is located.
So right in the middle of that giant flower, then.
I have one more question. You've said that Rena's great astral spirit is already integrated with the planet. What will happen to Rena once it vanishes?
Without the will of the Great Spirit, Rena is predicted to collapse. Even in such a scenario, the energy will disperse, and the Great Spirit will likely not reform.
So you're saying that even if we manage to beat the Great Spirit without destroying it, we'll still be in danger?
Likely, the collapse will occur in stages. It is recommended that you all escape before the final stage.
Man, I wish that thing would tell it to us straight for once.
Havrek 35 and the others have gotten used to hypothesizing from afar, is all. Fix our starship. We're going to Rena.
Excellent.
But I want to make one thing clear. We're doing this for ourselves, to protect what matters to us. We're not doing it for your sake, or because you told us to. Remember that.
It matters little to me. The end result shall be the same. Repair work on your starship has commenced. You'll have to wait until it's finished.
Man, is it too much to ask for Havrek 35 to talk like a normal person? I swear I can feel my brain starting to fry after listening to all that complicated stuff.
Don't worry. I think we're mostly done with him. Now all we have to do is rest up and wait. Once the Fall Knights is good to go again, we'll be taking off for Rena right away. Is the Renis Alma really our only hope against the Great Spirit? There has to be another way, right?
Shion's Firemaster core was able to suppress astral energy to prevent it from gaining sentience, right? Couldn't we make use of that somehow?
I'm not sure. In small doses, maybe. And with the amount of energy we're talking about here.
Back in Calaglia, the Blazing Sword was able to take in a whole spirit vessel's worth of energy. If it has the capacity to manage that, it can do this, right?
Except after it absorbed the energy, it ended up releasing it all moments later, remember? Let's not forget, it nearly killed you. Besides, this is the Great Spirit we're talking about, not a paltry vessel. Even if I could use the Master Core, your body wouldn't be able to take the strain of channeling that much energy.
Havrek 35 didn't mention it, and it did not seem the type to skimp on details. So assuming it's even possible, the chances are slim to none.
You're probably right.
But I mean, it's not a bad idea. Absorb it, redirect the energy somewhere else. Like, yeah, it could work. It'll take some time to completely repair your starship. I suggest that you all get some rest in the interim. Don't rest. Not yet. 'Cause I'm willing to bet that there are things. Maybe not things, then. Alright, I guess we will rest then. Rest.
You still thinking about what the scientists told us? About where Renans really come from?
I am, but not for myself.
You're worried about the future of the Renan people.
The fact that our people have been the same this whole time will only give the Danans further reason to resent us.
But they're not the same anymore.
But you still intend to confront this truth head on, don't you?
Well, I did declare that I would live my life for the living, and not the dead. Even as I dream of retirement, I shall remain dedicated to the cause.
I'm sure you'll do great.
Now that I think about it, I don't believe I've ever heard you criticize or reproach us Renans even once.
I'm no saint. I have skeletons in my closet too. There was definitely a time when I hated Renans for who they were. I hated them just for being Renan. But you changed that, Dohalim. You gave me an opportunity to see them in a different light. Thanks to your reforms, we were able to stand next to Renans not as slaves, but as equals for the first time in our lives. Of course, I'm sure there were some Renans who still hated us on the inside. But we knew that not all of you were like that. There were those of you who were good, and that was a start.
Yup.
When it comes down to it, Renans are just people. They can be good or bad, just like Danans.
That is, in essence, the heart of your approach, isn't it? That we're all people.
Yeah, it is. When you can pull someone aside and talk to them one-on-one, then you have the chance to come to an understanding. But as soon as you stereotype, that chance goes away, and you stop thinking of them as people that you can relate to.
I understand what you're saying, but we're talking about massive numbers of Renans and Danans alike. Realistically speaking, surely they won't all be able to get along.
Even if we end up butting heads with one person, maybe we'll find better luck among their friends. If we can build a society that works like that, that'll be something worth nurturing and protecting.
So you wish for people to form real bonds and do away with the hierarchy outright? To deal with one another as humans, and nothing more? That's the ideal future you hope to see when this is all over?
Yes, I do. I think it would make
I
for a
mean,
fine tribute to my brother's
Get
legacy.
on the right track, in my opinion.
Though, that said, I would be doing it for the people of the future first and foremost. Do you still plan to return to Shenanigans when this is over?
Indeed I do. I don't know whether I'll be able to reside in Shenanigans proper, however. My first order of business may be to find somewhere to live.
You'll always have a home in Menancia, you know.
As I shall ever keep in mind.
Well, if you ever need a helping hand, don't hesitate to come get me. I'll always be there for you, Doe.
Did you just...
Never.
Never mind. Thank you, Kisara. I appreciate your patience as I work all this out.
Don't even mention it. And really, when you think about it, now that we know the two of us aren't so different after all, don't you think that brings down a barrier that used to be between us?
You know, I hadn't actually thought of it that way before. But I do like the sound of it.
Yeah, I think I do too.
They make a nice couple. Honestly, all of them
Hey,
do.
why'd you call me here? Was there something you wanted to talk about?
Well, if everything we've heard about the Great Spirit is true, then we're getting close to our final battle. So I wanted to apologize while I can.
Apologize? For what?
I was being real stupid before. About whether Dana's will had been controlling us and all that. I get why you're angry now. Anybody would be if something they trusted was being questioned. So, I'm sorry, Rinwell. Really. I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, Law. Honestly, I think you might have been onto something. Of course you were worried. Who wouldn't be if they found out there might be some invisible force pulling our strings this whole time?
But you really trust Dana's will, don't you? Is it because you can sense it a lot more than the rest of us? Because you can understand it?
Yeah, I think that might be part of it. But I think I also want to believe it's good.
Believe?
Remember how I used to really resent coming from a family of mages?
Yeah, of course. Because you were always on the run and had to live in hiding.
When we rescued Zephyr and I finally decided to come along with you all, something changed inside me. It was the first time I felt like my powers had any meaning.
Oh, I never realized she
Even
had
if that
claws.
was
in
only
this
helping
outfit.
you guys fight. Then, when I felt Dana's will, I was overwhelmed by how vast and warm it was. It made me want to believe my powers were made to connect with it. It made me believe I had a bigger purpose.
So that's why you hope it doesn't turn out to be bad. You almost need it to be kind.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Then I promise I'll lay off bad-mouthing it.
You will?
There's no way for me to know for sure one way or the other, right? But you trust it, Rinwell, and that's enough for me. So I'll trust it because you do.
Remember what I said about neither planet's great spirit reaching us here?
Yeah?
That's not quite true. I can feel just a little bit of Rena's inside you and everyone else.
You... what?
I sensed it when we first got here. It's a really small amount, so it doesn't feel like it has a will of its own. But I think that's how Dana's energy probably is too.
So you're saying there's a little bit of Dana's will inside each of us? In a way, doesn't that mean we're all Dana's will?
What?
Well, like you said, unless Dana's energy comes together, it has no will. So if we all have a little bit of Dana's astral energy inside us...
Yeah, maybe...
Effort 35 might know the answer. But, you know what? I don't need to ask it. My will is my own. I fight for who I want to fight for. That's who I am now. Who I've become. So thanks, Rinwell, for sharing that with me.
Ah.
To be honest, the only reason I was suspicious of Dana's will, well, I mean, it mostly was... I feel like you and I had grown apart lately, and I was worried it was because...
Huh?
Never mind. Nothing. Just forget about it.
Huh? No, what were you saying?
Saying? I don't remember
Come
saying
on.
anything.
Now you won't tell me what you were
No,
thinking?
that's not what I'm
Then
saying.
spit it out already.
Law, she's not gonna give up on this. Just saying, dude.
You sure you don't want to get some rest?
I can't. I've got too much on my mind. Especially knowing how close our last battle is. How are you doing, Shion?
Same as you, still trying to absorb everything.
You guys notice how
Remember
the
when it was
feather
so
things
simple?
on her
We
outfit
were only
and
fighting
the
all the
flowers,
lords on
like-
Dana? Well, that feels like a lifetime ago, doesn't it?
Ages and ages ago. Everything that's happened since we first met. So many fights, so much chaos, so many wonderful people.
If I hadn't run into you that day, well, I wouldn't have met all of you. I never would have held the blazing sword or looked for something more. I wouldn't have my memories back. I'd still be a faceless slave, like as not long dead.
Hey, Alphen. I want you to promise me something.
Yeah?
If we can't find the Renis Alma, there's something I want you to do. Like Hevricht 35 said, the only way we can end the Great Spirit for good is to go after both the main body in Rena and the thorns in me. I need you to promise me, Alphen, that if for some reason we can't get the Renis Alma back, you'll use the blazing sword to destroy the Great Spirit, and me along with it.
Huh?
It's true the blazing sword may not have the strength of the Renis Alma. But it's taken us this far. It's slain lords and beasts. At the very least, it has to be worth a try.
You can't be serious. Have you forgotten everything that
Listen,
we've...
the Great Spirit isn't just our problem. It's a threat to our entire world. Renans and Danans alike. We don't know what's going to happen when we face it, but we need to be prepared for anything. We can't second-guess ourselves when the time comes. I promise you, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm prepared to fight with absolutely everything I've got. But if it comes down to it, I need you to be prepared too.
Okay. But you should know that I'm not going to give up on you, Shion. I'm going to fight this until the very end. I hope you can forgive me for that.
Alphen. Okay, I understand. And I'll forgive you.
Thank you, Shion.
So it's a promise then?
Yeah, it's a promise.
Okay,
I
Won't
remember
lie.
how I felt the first time you touched me. My thorns made any contact a mistake no one would ever make twice. After they'd seen what could happen, fear would always linger behind their eyes. In my entire life, I never had someone willingly reach out to me. But when you reached out to me and gently took my hand, you didn't react at all. It was so easy for you.
well, I mean, damage
I
nervous
don't
system
have
does
words
that.
for the shock I felt in that moment.
That's because I couldn't feel pain back then.
Even once you could, though, you still chose to keep reaching out to me. And when you did, I felt this warmth that I had never known before. But still, I hate having to see you suffer through it every time you do.
You won't have to worry about that for much longer.
You think so?
I do, because Shion,
No. You can tell me once my thorns are gone. Okay?
yeah.
Damn, they really build up the inter-party relationships here. I like it.
Everybody get enough rest?
I'm a
You ready
sucker for
this?
romance, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
So long
we
as
should
it's
probably get moving.
Agreed.
not
Can't stand around
stupidly
waiting all
complicated.
Our task is relatively straightforward. We need only descend down to Rena, defeat the Great Spirit, and restore stability to both worlds.
We're fighting for a new future for both Dana and Rena.
Right. We've come this far. We will save our worlds. That's a promise.
Then let's go, everybody. We've got one last wall to tear down.
Repairs on your starship are complete. Everything is in working order.
Is that you, Hevrek 35? You can see us from where you are?
I can. I can see anywhere within the bounds of Dig Phasal.
Sounds like someone's a peeping Tom.
Maybe we should give Hevrect 35 a break. It has been stuck in this tiny facility for a very, very long time.
I have unlocked all functions on your starship. You can now make use of its warp drive.
Hey!
Warp drive? Wait, you mean like what the Red Women used on us? What brought us here?
It's possible that the Red Women may have found a way to activate it on the starship. They are Helganquil, after all.
Using the warp drive, you should be able to breach Rena's atmosphere without being detected.
Wait, should?
You'll need to be careful. Due to the force field surrounding Rena, the ship will be unable to go any further than the surface of the planet.
So, once we reach the shell, it appears we'll have to infiltrate the core by foot. Understood.
We gotta go all the
Oh,
way
yeah.
down just walking?
Will all the
Oh, it won't be
Helganquil
that
go back
fun.
to normal once we defeat the Great Spirit? I have a strange feeling we're going to have to fight them before this is all over.
The extinction of my people is inevitable at this stage. As such, it would be illogical to risk the success of the mission in a vain attempt to save my kind.
We understand.
Can't that thing lighten up a bit? Everything it says seems to be about what's illogical.
Well, come on, Doe.
Hold up, did you just...
You heard the lady. Get going.
I have one last question.
What?
As Sovereign, your identification number indicates that you are well past your predicted life expectancy. Similarly, the Maiden lacks any identification number, as her function should have been rendered unnecessary. Despite this, the two of you continue to exist. Why?
We exist because others have entrusted this to us. Over the years, many people have come together and sworn to see this through to the end.
You mean it is because of multiple chance interactions? The likelihood of such events is statistically improbable. Why have you two continued to persist under these conditions?
It's hard to explain. To be honest, I don't think it's something an observer could understand. All right, time to get back on the Fall Knights.
Okay, that's the inn, but is it also a shop? Nope, it is literally just the inn. We'll check all the levels of this place one more time, and then we shall move on. Okay. Nothing there. And then the upper level is that. So yeah, take off departure area. Okay, so I see one. Yeah, like it's two. So there are two side quests that are now available that we can probably go for.
It would appear that our Helganquil host really has fulfilled its end of the bargain.
You know what that means. Time to go to Rena.
I guess this means we should give that warp drive a spin.
Hey! Come on, do it. Do the stretchy whoop thing. Oh, they didn't do it. Lame. I mostly just want to find a shop.
There's nothing here. This weird ocean we're surrounded by just stretches out everywhere. Is this really where the Helganquil come from?
I don't sense even a trace of astral energy. This world is dead.
Then this must be the hollowing.
You mean to tell me this whole world, the entire ocean is that stuff?
I mean,
It's covering everything. The entire planet.
This is what the Great Spirit does. After it depleted this planet of every last speck of astral energy, it went after Dana.
So arresting. This world of doom.
Back in its day, Rena was probably just as vibrant as Dana is. But after being robbed of its astral energy for so long, those days are gone and past. This is all that will remain.
So the Great Spirit took everything. It stole energy not just from living beings, but the land, the sea, everything.
And it bound the Helganquil in servitude until their whole world was nothing but this. And by the looks of it, that's how it remains to this day. A world of death and emptiness.
With nothing left here to consume, the Great Spirit turned its sights on Dana, looking for another host.
You're saying if we don't stop it, this is what Dana's going to look like?
yeah.
We can be sure that even these few remaining remnants of Renan life will not be spared in the end.
If the oblivion and darkness both Shion and Naori saw comes to pass, nothing will survive. It looks like we can climb down from there. Let's take a look.
Dun, dun, dun. Destroyed remnants. Rena.
So this is Rena.
Special owls seem to have
This is where
appeared
everything
throughout
began.
Dana.
Yet it's a dead world?
I won't let Dana suffer the same fate, ever.
A hollowed ocean as far as the eye can see. What do you think would happen if we fell in?
What do you mean, what would happen? You'd drown, wouldn't you?
Come to think of it, I don't believe I've heard of someone ever trying. Perhaps you'd like the glory of being the first?
Nah, I'll pass.
This is essentially a world-sized Renan graveyard. Are you proposing to disturb the dead slumber just to satisfy your curiosity, Law?
No, because I said I passed.
Taking an interest is understandable, but let's not forget where we are. This place deserves our respect.
Looks like we're not going to be hearing the end of this one for a while.
You'd think I was already snorkeling in it or something.
Yeah?
So the idea is to seal the Great Spirit inside the Renis Alma using the Sovereign and Maiden's power. But just how do we do that exactly?
I'm guessing it won't be as easy as holding a spirit channeling ceremony at our leisure.
I already had wielded astral energy once 3 centuries ago. As for suppressing her thorns, Shion's had a lifetime's experience. The problem isn't just our enemy's strength, it's that it's sentient too. And you can bet anything you like it's not going to just sit back and let us destroy it.
In other words, we need to find some way to weaken it in advance. The Great Spirit, that is.
Back when Shion's thorns flew out of control, we were able to deal with them directly. If this is their host, they should be even more corporeal here.
If that's the case, it should make them easier to attack at least. And if we can manage to divert enough energy away from the spirit's core, even temporarily,
We might just be able to weaken it enough to steal the Renis Alma, which we can then use to seal it away forever.
And then throw it
Won't
deep
be
into
easy,
space.
But it's our only shot. Time to buckle up. Question for you. Let's say, knock on wood, everything turns out for the best.
What'll the world be like? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of this, do you really think everything will be that different?
A lot will have to change, that's for sure. The world will have to adjust to so much. My only worry is if those changes turn out to be merely skin deep.
what do you mean?
It's well and good putting an end to Renin rule. But if it just turns the tables, it's all for naught.
That's true. Just as bad if the Danans started pressing their own.
Renins, Danans, astral art users, mages. The world is full of labels used to divide and separate people.
If only we could see differences like that for what they are. No different to someone having a musical talent or being good with their hands. Not differences so much as characteristics.
It will take someone in power to set an example. But with time, people will follow. And then, perhaps one day,
There will no longer be any need for the example. It will have become second nature.
That's where we come in. We can set the example. Imagine it. A world where magic and astral arts are used to help people. Where that's the norm rather than the exception.
Yeah, you're right, Rinwell. Why wait for somebody else? We can show them ourselves.
Exactly. Okay. Can I fast travel? I can fast travel now. Okay, apparently there's now several side quests.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Hey! Hey, I just realized something!
Is this about dinner last night? I didn't realize those ingredients were off.
What? No! I mean, wait, you fed us rotten food?
Rinwell, the point.
Oh, yeah, right. So I was thinking about those armored soldiers we've seen. There are regular Renins inside them, right?
Yeah, they're designed to make whoever's wearing them stronger. At least, I think that's the idea.
Right. So it kind of begs the question then, why are they made so huge?
I don't know, makes them more intimidating, I guess? Or maybe all that tech wizardry inside takes up a lot of space.
You don't think it's weird how the armored soldiers are the exact same height as the Helganquil?
Can't say I'd ever noticed it till now. And?
Connect the dots, Law!
Okay, let me get this straight. You think the armored suits might have originally been designed to allow Renins to work alongside the Helganquil?
Yep.
Huh. But if that's true, what would that mean?
It would mean just that, I guess. But still, don't you think it's kind of interesting?
Not hugely. Hey, Kisara, well, I've got you. What's on tonight's menu? Because I was thinking maybe meat.
Get him, Hoodle.
What did I do?
Oh, now you want to listen. Keep pecking, Hoodle.
Ow, ow, ow! Seriously, what the hell?
That's freaking messed up.
I never realized before just how hot this place is. It's like being inside a fire.
You're only just noticing? Ah, yes, forgive me. The whole lack of sensory feedback situation.
Yep.
That's the one. It's hard to believe I once worked in this soup, let alone helped spearhead a revolution.
And all with the mask concealing your face. It must have been very grimy beneath that.
Back then, we had our plates full enough dealing with constant abuse from our Renin overlords. It never occurred to me the air itself was oppressive in its own way. My head's spinning just with the effort it takes to walk.
I think that's called heat stroke. You might want to take a sip of water.
You mean that water that's been festering under the sun for days? I wouldn't chance it without boiling it first.
Oh, I know. I'll go to the dock and fetch us some clean water.
Water alone won't suffice. You'll need to ensure his sodium levels are replenished as well.
In that case, let's see if we can rustle up some rock salt. Alphen, you go cool off in the shade for a while. Shion, stay and keep an eye on him.
And then there were two.
Bit of an overreaction, but it's still kind of them.
Maybe it's not the time, but this place brings back memories.
I know what you mean. We're back where it all started.
You don't ever regret meeting me sometimes, do you?
Are you kidding? You started all of this. Bringing down the wall, retrieving my sense of self. I have no regrets.
Welcome back, Law.
Law's like, hey, I'm here. Oh, hi, Alphen. Hey, Cole, what's up? You don't look too hot, kid. I'm really hungry. Even with Rena gone, there's still not enough food to go around. It's not good. Is there no way to bring in some from outside Flagla? We have been. Thanks to your hard work, we've managed to establish trade routes and have a little food coming in. Other places are not very well off either, so there's only so much we can broker between realms. Especially since this realm is nothing but rocks and sand.
Just great.
Sad. I wish something more could be done. There's still hope. I heard there's a merchant from Cislodia who's visiting Ganymede Castle. Would you mind talking to him for us? Sure. We'll see what he has to say. In the meantime, here, have this bread. Wow, thanks. Where'd you get it? Shion always comes prepared like that. Anyway, let's make our way to Ganymede Castle. So many skits.
Guys, when you think about it, we've taken out a lot of Zoogles. Like, a whole lot.
You can say that again. If one thing's for certain in this world, it's that wherever we go, we'll always end up bumping into them.
Isn't it weird that they're still so plentiful? You don't think the Renins have, like, a ranch where they breed them, do you?
Certainly in all of my years, I've never heard of them constructing such a massive facility on Dana, let alone up in Shenanigans.
The only thing I can think of, then, is that the feral ones must be reproducing on their own.
There's also no organized effort on our part to hunt them down, so it's difficult to fully exterminate them.
Exterminate them? Whoa, don't you think that's maybe a little harsh?
What do you mean?
Zoogles originally used to be living creatures native to Dana and Rena, right? Being genetically modified isn't their fault.
So they can be tamed.
Zoogles were only created because of us Renins. We altered the original creatures to suit our own ends.
First, people made Zoogles, and then we let them go. And now we're trying to kill them because they're a threat. They really have only seen the very worst, huh?
I hope we find a way to be able to live side by side with them one day.
That's probably not
It's
going
a
to
nice thought, but they attack towns and cities. What else are we supposed to do?
Aside from the strays that have gone wild, it's worth remembering that Renins are able to keep them somewhat under control.
If we had distinct territories that didn't overlap, that might reduce the danger they pose.
Well, I guess when you look at it that way, maybe people and Zoogles aren't so different after all.
Okay. Go there. Ganymede. Gotta find my elevator. Hello, elevator. Ah, crap. Well, if it isn't our old foodie friend, this time you're in Calaglia, eh? Alphen, finally, I've been waiting for you to show up. Oh, so you'll talk to him, but not me. Great. It's because I can tell your palate is no good. What's up, Gordeno? Find another recipe? Quite the opposite, actually. I can't find anything here. There aren't any fine delicacies here in Calaglia. Yeah, now that you mention it, I can't think of anything like that either. I want to take something with me, but at this rate, I don't know what I'm going to do. If you can't find anything, why not just fix something yourself instead? What? There's still stuff to eat in these parts. Just whip up something good with what you can find yourself. That's kind of what cooking is all about, isn't it? I would have figured you of all people would know that. Oh, you have got guts thinking you can lecture me about food, young lady. But you're absolutely right. Not only am I a fine connoisseur of food, but I am also a chef par excellence. Watch and learn as I put all my years of culinary experience to good use to produce the finest dish this land has ever seen. I'm not sure he made anything else.
Okay.
Oh yeah? If you're so confident, I'd definitely like to take some home with me.
Great.
Let me help. This concerns Calaglia, so it feels personal to me. But, in that case, would you gather some ingredients for me? Say some wheat and eggs. We have what you need. Actually, we got that already. Great. Now I need to get to work. With these ingredients and all my knowledge and insight, it will surely turn out exquisite. Eggs and bread. Swear to God. All done.
This is...
What is this? Some kind of fried bread? Let's give it a taste. Oh, this is good. You sure put those ingredients to good use. I'll give him credit there. But doesn't this inside still taste a little gooey to you? Yeah. Plus there's nothing special about just plain old fried bread. Even with my skill, it looks like I have more work to do. Fried bread that's still doughy. Wait, I've got it. How about these? Are these supposed to be rings? Yep. I was inspired by this castle's architecture. I call them Ganymede donuts. Okay, I'll try one. Oh, now this is good. I can't get enough of this crispy texture. Yeah, it tastes great. I'm in heaven. I have no idea you could make anything like this until I did. I like it. It's got a unique look, too. I can work with this. Excellent. I'm glad to hear my hard work paid off. Hey, what do you think about selling these? I'll bring a whole bunch back to Lodia. They'll be a hit. Maybe I should. You know, I finally realized something after fixing these donuts for you all. Cooking has the power to make people smile, and I want to spread that sensation far and wide. You got yourself a deal. There's no finer delicacy than the joy in your heart that comes from a good meal. That's what being a gourmand is truly about. I know exactly what you mean. I'll teach you the recipe for these donuts. It's the least I can do to repay me for all your help. Let me ask you one more thing before you go. How did my donuts actually taste? How did they taste? Well, absolutely exquisite. With that, my culinary quest has finally come to an end. Freaking weird. Oh my god. Oh wait, that's the Fig Ruins. I need to go to the lower chambers in Delpharis. And no clue. Screw it, we'll go back to Mole School and finish out the quest real quick.
You finally made it.
Alpha, you're back. Yep, I brought some food with me. Help yourselves. What is this? Some kind of treat? Well, don't mind if I do. Wow, this is fantastic. Yeah, this is so yummy. Where did you get these? A friend of ours has been making them over in Glanymede Castle using ingredients from around here. Really? You can make food this tasty here in Calaglia? The merchant from Ciclodia liked them, too. I think trade between our realms is going to pick up thanks to these. Yeah, we could sell this food this good anywhere. This is great. It's so cool that we know we can make stuff like this here. Guess I'll have to stop complaining so much now. Let me see what other kind of awesome stuff I can make here in Calaglia, too. That way I can pay you back for all that bread you gave me before, miss. I can't wait to see what you make.
We avoided getting roasted in that ring.
Okay. Where is Del Forest? Oh, there it is. Del Forest, Lord's Chamber.
What we could really use is something to cap this off.
Sure. Got any ideas on what would be good?
Mabo curry. Fried bread stuffed with curry.
You'd probably buy out the whole stock.
Indeed. Well, hello, Owl.
Hoo. I sense a strange power from this.
Hey, Law. Been training?
Yeah, I guess I got a little carried away.
That.
You think this is bad? You should see the state of my underwear.
Yeah. A word of advice. You might want to refrain from mentioning that stuff around girls. Ones without a military history especially.
Man, can you imagine Ringwell's face? She'd have a nervous breakdown.
I meant in general, but you sure mention her a lot, you know.
Oh.
Huh? Oh, you know, she's always there, even when you least expect it. Springs to mind easily.
Either that, or maybe some part of you is subconsciously always wishing she was there.
May the trials and tribulations of young romance never change.
Romance? Like I'd be interested in that know-it-all tomboy. I'm more about mature women. Someone more like Kisara.
You know, I used to be a tomboy too when I was Rinwell's age.
Look, it's not tomboys I have anything against. But come on, you've got to admit she can be a lot to handle.
Hey, I miss anything? What's all the fuss about?
Rinwell.
Thunderblade!
Oh.
What the hell was that for?
A little birdie told me you were speaking about me behind my back.
From the looks of it, I'd say you've got yourself a rival.
It wouldn't be called the Spring of Youth without a little storm every now and then.
Actions in its many forms.
Hey, Shion, how are you and Alphen getting on these days?
That's a little out of the blue. Why do you ask?
Sorry, it's just, I don't know, I'm just curious, I guess. I mean, a lot's changed now he's got his senses back and all.
I suppose you're right. Well, to tell you the truth, if he'd been the way he is now back when I'd first met him, I probably wouldn't have gotten this involved. But then, if we hadn't met like we did, then I never would have experienced these feelings, so... I guess it's complicated.
I can imagine. I know it's not the same thing, but I know what it feels like to have someone you love who's out of reach.
Because of Miguel.
Alphen's still alive. It's not too late, you know. And after all, who can say what the future holds? I think if I were you, I'd take things as they come for now.
Besides, touch isn't everything. I've never touched you, Shion. But that doesn't stop you from knowing that I care about you, right?
That's true. But I do remember back when we first met, you made it plenty clear you weren't my biggest fan.
But that was a long time ago. There were lots of things I didn't understand back then. Not that that's the point.
Don't worry, I'm only teasing. I know what you mean. Thank you. And you're right. There are ways to convey your feelings besides just touching.
I'll say, cooking immediately springs to mind. And if it's someone's favorite dish, all the better. If there's something on your mind that you want to tell him, why not try appealing directly to his stomach?
You might just have a point.
I mean,
I'll give it a
the
shot.
way to a man's heart
Uh-oh.
is through his
If it's
stomach.
Alvin's palate you're appealing to, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us.
Well, friendship is about being supportive. Sometimes we just have to do our best and take one for the team, right?
Even after staying here, we never truly got to the bottom of what makes this realm's citizens tick.
Renan and Danon are meaningless distinctions here. To have one's own mind is strictly forbidden. All that matters is blind obedience.
That might be the case now, but it can't always have been like that. There must have been something more.
Once, maybe. Question is that something still salvageable?
If it's not, we'll just have to
Oh,
make
my
something
Lord.
new. No, not we. They've had enough foisted on them as it is.
You're right. It's time the people here had the chance to forge their own path. That's not to say it'll be easy, but it will be worthwhile.
These things take time to... What the... An ambush?
Sorry. There was a huge flying bug and I sort of shot without thinking.
A bug? You mean like a Zoogle?
Something tells me she would have shot it, whether it was a Zoogle or not.
This realm is teeming with humid forests. It's only natural insects would feel more at home here than Menancia. In fact, I seem to recall reading somewhere that bugs around these parts lay their eggs in human food to ensure healthy incubation.
Oh god.
Sounds like they're tougher than they look.
What about you, Alvin? Bugs don't creep you out?
I wouldn't say I was their #1 fan. Mind you, if times get desperate enough, I've been known to eat them.
Insects as a culinary option, you say? What kind of seasoning are we talking?
Dohalim, I don't think he was talking about cooking them.
Hey, a lizard!
That's some funny shit. I don't care who you are. Alright, I guess we gotta go back here because there's apparently a Danon owl thing that I need to go get. By God, I put this much time into the stupid owls. I'm getting all of them.
Hey, she's pretty cute.
Who are you looking at? Quit gawking and let's go.
Ow!
Damn it, Law, would you just learn your fucking lesson already? Like, all she's gonna do is keep beating your ass. Large chamber. Just keep running, just keep running, just keep running, running.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Hello there. Battle Maiden Shield.
My word, this must be the work of Providence.
What now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Nope, wrong button. Field guide. Artifacts. So we got the Glutton's Code. Cooking effect plus 2. carry over equipment. Oh, okay. So those two allow for New Game Plus stuff. Not that we're going to do that, but it's still interesting to know. Okay, I can't get there. Trench of Flames. Gates of Fire. Head from the western gate of... Wait, hang on. Kind Garrison. There we go. Northwest. Probably right over here.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
On the plus side, everything we fight is now super weak for the most part. This here. And then construct.
Hi, Hoodle!
No. Cha-ching.
Oh, this looks nice and tough.
Okay, we got that. Did that. Uzbek.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
You see anybody around here who could use our help?
We can't chase after every little thing.
Yes, we can.
Hey, Alvin, what do you think of that chick over there?
Doesn't look like she really works out.
I'm not talking about her muscles, you dummy!
But of course. Seems like you folks are staying pretty busy. Oh,
Hey.
you can say that. You seem to be in high spirits yourself, Granola. I try. I like to think I'm good at staying positive, if nothing else. After all, with everyone so scared right now, it's important for guys like us to stand tall and keep hope alive, you know? You said it. What's got you all down in the dumps? Me? I'm fine, I guess. You don't sound like it to me. If Zephyr saw you like that, he'd be none too pleased. Ganar, cut him some slack. What'd I say? Oh, yeah. Huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, I just remembered that Nate said he has a favor to ask you guys. He does? What is it? You should just talk to him yourselves. Tell him I sent you. See you later.
Great.
Huh? He scurried off in a rush. The stuff with Zephyr. I mean, your dad. Still weighing on your mind, huh?
Yes.
I've known every Crimson Crow since I was in diapers, so I know better than anyone just how much they revered him. It's not like anyone's pointing the finger at me, but it's hard to stop imagining they don't hate me somehow. You want to wait here while we talk to Nate? No, come along. It's not like waiting around is going to make me feel any better.
We've reached our destination.
Okay, there's
I think
apparently...
Hoodle senses something.
Wait, what? Why does Hoodle sense something?
Why are you staring at me?
I could ask the same thing.
So this is how the Sovereign and Maiden are supposed to look. You two go great together.
Law, come stand between us.
Oh, sure. You want me to put something white on as well?
Of course she doesn't.
Take a closer look, Shion. It's a miracle.
What are you talking about?
This outfit, it's already got blue accents on it.
So I see.
The hell?
I love how much amazing food we get to eat even when we're out on the road.
Me too. Especially compared to what I used to have when I was still a slave. This is paradise.
It's amazing what good food can do to keep your hopes up. Nagal used to say all the time that the power of
Holy
food
crap.
is subtle, yet profound.
Yeah, ain't that the truth? For whatever reason, I find I don't worry nearly as much when I've got a full stomach helping me out.
That's why you shouldn't be such a picky eater.
Huh?
She's right. You always leave food that you don't like on your plate when you're done.
Come on, what's the big deal?
Back in the day, I couldn't think about leaving any food. It was such a waste not to eat at all. You needed every last scrap of energy.
Exactly. Even when my brother and I didn't have much to eat, we all did what we could to make it taste good and enjoy what we had.
That definitely explains a lot about why you cook the way you do, Kisara.
Dohalim, I bet you don't know what any of that's like. You must be used to food being handed to you on a silver platter.
Sometimes it was gold.
You didn't shy away from that at all.
Although, there was one experience that does come to mind.
Oh?
When I first learned that the food I ate originally came from animals and fish, I was rather taken aback.
You just ate whatever was in front of you without even thinking about it?
I mean, yeah.
That's a silver spoon elite for you.
Your cooking has really improved, Shion.
It's because of you that I understand what makes it so fun. I'm glad everyone seems to enjoy what I make too.
I've noticed a disturbing trend that after it's your turn to cook, our ingredients tend to run really low. What's up with that?
That is a good point, Law. There's a weird difference between the amount of ingredients she prepares and how much food actually gets served. Curious. Very curious indeed.
I don't know. Isn't it pretty normal for veggies to shrink a little when you fry them up?
Or maybe she eats all the bad batches herself so we won't notice.
Come on, I wouldn't do anything like that.
Then how would you explain the difference?
Ahem. I have a theory that I wish to propose.
What is it?
As we all know, Shion here can have quite the appetite. I imagine she often taste tests her own food as she prepares it. By my eye, it would appear that her footprints are leaving deeper impressions as of late. Far be it from me to level such an accusation, but the facts lead me to conclude that...
She's been snacking while she cooks.
And yet, she still looks so slender in her clothing.
Yeah, I'm kind of envious actually.
Wait a sec, are you guys trying to say she's...
I'm what?
Nothing?
Shion, about that fight just now.
Sorry about that. I was careless.
I didn't come to criticize you. Just please take better care of yourself.
You don't need to worry about me. In case you forgot, I can't exactly die anyway. It's like how you used to not care about getting beat up because you couldn't feel pain, and then I was the one to patch you up. It's the same thing.
You're right. That is how I used to be. But this isn't the same.
Then what do you mean? How is what's happening now different from what happened then?
It's different now.
Look, if you mean because you can feel pain again,
It's because I don't want to see you getting hurt. You're right. When I couldn't feel any pain, I put myself in all sorts of dangerous situations. I didn't listen to anybody's warnings, and I made a lot of people worried for no good reason. I was foolish. This isn't about you and me being able to take pain. I don't want to have to see you get hurt, Shion. It's too much for me to take. Is that a crazy thing to say?
No, it isn't. And I definitely don't like seeing you get hurt either, Alphen. We can't expect our enemies to show us any mercy. But I will do my best not to throw myself in harm's way out there either. How does that sound?
I'm sorry if I sounded harsh earlier. I didn't mean to. I just really want you to take better care of yourself.
I will. At least, for as long as I can.
Have I missed anything? That would be a no. Cook? Yes. More dropped items. With law.
Hey, that actually came out pretty alright.
Obviously, we shall talk with Shion.
Shion, could we talk a moment?
I thought you had something to talk about. I was waiting on you.
Not really. Why? Should I leave you alone when I don't?
No, it's fine.
We used to really have to force these conversations when we started talking to each other, didn't we?
To say the least. Hey,
What is it?
do you think you'd like to make something together?
Make what exactly?
Just if you wanna make dinner together. What did you think I meant?
Dinner? Dinner! Yes! Yes, of course! Dinner! Right!
What did you think I was talking about?
No, it's nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what did you have in mind?
Well, do you recognize these ingredients?
This is... Wait, is this?
So you remember? That's right. We're going to fix the very first meal we ever had together. Although I remember it not being well received when we had it.
You still remember that, huh? I'm sorry, Shion.
I'm just teasing you, Alphen. I picked this recipe because it's easy to make, and I thought it would be a good choice for dinner, too. Anyway, let's get to work. With both of us making it, we should be finished in no time.
I never thought we'd end up eating alone like this again. Just the two of us.
Yeah, so much has changed when you look back on it. Well, I guess maybe not what we're eating, but still.
No, I'd say even that's changed too, in a sense. Our meals are a whole lot better now.
True.
Yep.
We've both come quite a long way in the culinary arts.
That's not exactly what I mean. How do I put it? It feels like eating together is a lot more enjoyable than it used to be.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Even after our battles are done, when Dana is saved and our mission is finished, we'll probably still be sitting down to dinner like this, night after night.
Yep, I doubt that much will change. You've always got to eat at some point.
I hope our dinners will always feel like this.
Maybe not exactly like this. Hopefully we won't still be camping out.
Oh, no, not at all. I meant in a nice, warm house. One with a roof over our heads and a proper fireplace, instead of an open campfire.
And real chairs instead of these logs. Nice plates and silverware on a big dining table. Oh, and a proper kitchen. That'd be nice too.
And when it's time to fix dinner, we'll be in that kitchen.
Standing side by side.
Alright, you two.
Whoops. Looks like we made too much. I don't think we'll be able to finish all this.
Yeah, you're right. I'll see if anybody else is still awake. I'd really hate to have to throw it away.
Side by side, huh?
You're now closer to
Sorry
Shion.
if I'm a bit restless during the night. Did you get enough sleep?
Okay. Alright, now time to haul butt here. Back to Ulzebek really quick. Jeez, I did not think that there would be this many skits. It's a little ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. No, hey, you guys, what can I do for you? We were going to ask the exact same thing. Bernard, since to talk to you, you said you had a favor to ask. Favor? What favor? Oh, I know. You know what Iglia wastes? There's a Zoogle there. I want you to take care of it. For now, we've managed to contain it and block off the roads, but who knows when it'll break loose and start causing trouble again. Makes sense. Guess you want us to make sure that never happens again? More or less, yeah. But I'm not asking you to do it, Alphen. I want Law to take care of it instead. Me? Really? You got a problem with that? No, it's not that, but good. Get to work as soon as possible. If you need to break the barrier to get it done, that's fine too. Anyway, that's all from me. Don't let me down you here. What's with these guys? First Gennard starts acting weird, and now Nath. It's me. This is because I got my dad killed. Wow. No, it's fine. It's the least I can do after what I put these guys through. I'll be back. Nobody said we couldn't help you. We'll come too. Iglia wastes. Still going to be faster to go this way.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. I think Hoodle senses something.
What in the hell does Hoodle sense then? Like, I found all the Calagli owls.
Is this the barrier that's keeping the Zoogle in that Nath mentioned?
Looks like it. Our Zoogle pal should be on the other side.
This barrier is weird. It looks old and half-finished. Plus, he said it was okay to break.
I mean, we won't need it anymore once the Zoogle's gone, right? So what does it matter?
Boom!
Did they really think that barrier was enough for a Zoogle like that?
It was. That thing was sturdier than you give it credit for.
Really? So that's the Zoogle, huh? This should be a piece of cake.
Don't get careless, Law.
It's huge. I bet it'd be a good way to test
Out of our way!
It's already too strong.
Split it open!
Be my guest. Rising Wyvern!
Magic is there!
Rising Wyvern!
Would you stop that crap? Move.
So much for sitting this fight out. I'll crush you!
Nice. Go, Law.
Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No complaints here.
Why'd you heal me?
To stop you dying?
Right. Vacuum blade! To be let free.
Sleep now. Let's get you all tucked away.
Easter! Inferno punch! Dragon kill!
Eat my rising phoenix.
Like hell it is.
May 1,000 gales tear you to shreds.
No, get back in the circle.
Hold together. Just a little longer.
Thanks for the sympathy.
Get it together. We need you in form.
Won't save you.
I'll pick you up.
It's gonna attack!
Right. Watch out.
I'll finish you here and now!
Bring you down. Power of my healing arts to accomplish. Resurrected!
Try harder! Rising Light! Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Shit.
Not today!
It's weakened.
This ends now! Rising Wyvern!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
There we go.
Here, let me help.
Rising Wyvern!
I'm in the group.
Thunderous devastation!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
And boom.
Huh? What's a letter doing in a place like this?
Hell if I know. I highly doubt that Zoogle was trying to guard it. Still, somebody must have left it for some... Law.
Huh? What's up?
Something up?
It's from my old man. My dear son, I wonder how things will be between us by the time you read this.
In any case, I first want to congratulate you on all that you've accomplished. Making it this far requires a strong body, fine technique, an unwavering spirit, and most of all, friends that you can count on. If you have all of that, then I, as your father, have nothing to worry about. Those things together will always keep you on the right path. That brings me to what I really wish to discuss with you. As with all of us, there will someday come a time when you'll be a grown man who can and must think and act for himself. Whether you'll live in a world where blood will no longer be spilled between Danins and Renins, or when that day arrives, nobody can say. But even if peace still eludes us then, you'll have to decide how to live in this world. Listen to others with an open heart, but don't be swept away by their words. Always live on your terms. One more thing. If I ever see you again, I hope to say this to you in person. But neither of us knows what tomorrow may bring. Know this. Whatever you think of me, and what I've done, your mother and I love you very, very much.
And there's nothing in this whole world that will ever change that. Your father, Zephyr.
Zephyr.
That's nice.
I can't believe he's only telling me all this after he's gone. What am I supposed to do with this?
Zephyr once told me that living freely meant being your own master. I think he wanted to make sure you know how he felt one way or another. What you do with that knowledge is up to you.
But that still doesn't explain why his father left that letter for him here, of all places.
Don't forget, we were led to this place. We may well get some answers if we go back to the source of all this.
Okay, let's climb up this. You know, it really would have been nice to know about this power beforehand. I would have done all the hunting around for this crap earlier.
Looks
No
like
secrets.
it's all equipment.
Ah, hoo.
Who? Who?
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
Uzbek. Look at it. I think you guys found the letter. I sure did. Did you guys put it there? Nope. Zephyr did. As soon as Law ran away. We left it there just in case something ended up happening to him. You wouldn't get to see Law again. The way him and Law were united, you never saw that one coming. Hey, chin up, kid. You still don't think we blame you for what happened to him, do you? Look, I won't lie to you. It really hurts losing a man like Zephyr. He was like a father to all of us, you know. But when you're in the business of fighting the Renans like we are, you're always prepared to lose friends and more along the way. Knowing Zephyr, I'm guessing he didn't write you a very long letter, am I right? You know, when your parents met, your mom was a resistance fighter too. Did you know that?
Yes.
I figured it out. The reason she pulled out of the front lines was because she had you. She would stay behind and protect you while your dad would fight twice as hard for the two of you. That was the deal, anyway. There's only one time your old man broke it, and that was when he went to find medicine to cure your mom's illness. Needless to say, he didn't get it to her before she died. It's the only time I know in all those years when he acted for selfish reasons.
No way.
I had no idea. He never told me about that. But it goes to show he never forgot about you or your mom that whole time. He still loved you both deeply. Yeah. And I just took that and threw it all away, I guess. So what's your plan? Now you know how your father really felt about you. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. One thing's for sure. I'm going to grow up to be a man that both my parents can be proud of.
Right.
Good answer. In that case, I've got something else to give you.
This is...
That's the ring Zephyr was holding on to, isn't it? That's my mom's. Cheers, kid. If you're ready. Don't waste this life your parents fought so hard to give you.
Thanks.
Yeah, I won't. Thanks, you two. Dun 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 dun. Zephyr's grave.
You okay, Law? You seem kind of quiet.
I'm fine. Just feels a little weird returning home now that my dad's not here, I guess. Oh man, sorry. I didn't mean to bum you out too.
So I guess that means you'll be visiting your dad's grave while you're here. Right, Law?
His grave? What are you, nuts? There is no grave. The Renan would only destroy it the moment they found it.
Back before Calaglia was liberated, dead slaves would be dumped in mass burial sites. Either that or thrown on top of a bonfire. We got used to cremating our own to deny them the pleasure. Then we'd sprinkle the ashes from high up as a way of returning them to the motherland.
It's all we could do. That's the ceremony we had when my mom died, too.
But that was back then, right? Calaglia is liberated now. There's nothing to stop you from raising a true grave anymore.
I suppose you've got a point. Once you've been doing something for generations, though, it sort of begins to take root. It's a tradition of its own now.
My dad wouldn't want that anyway. Cheap and simple, he'd say. Besides, I can't treat him differently than my mom. They might not end up meeting on the other side.
I hadn't thought of it like that. Wow, imagine. The two of them reunited, back home where they belong. They're probably watching over us right now, at one with great Dana. There's something almost poetic about it.
That's why I can't afford to screw up. If I know my pops, something as paltry as death won't stop him from coming to box my ears. Still, better than being left alone, I guess. Better than never knowing. You hear that, Dad? I'll make you proud. You'll see.
Okay, so first off, Revel Prison Tower. Dan and Owl. Hidden Chamber. I guess we'll just have to go back this way. So many scats.
Tell me about your parents. What were they like?
They were kind. That's the part I like to remember. They could also be strict, though, especially when it came to magic. I never understood why I had to work so hard to learn magic. Why we couldn't just be done with it and live openly like everyone else. Needless to say, that didn't go over well. Of course, if I'd had known that one day I'd be doing this, I would have taken my studies more seriously. What about your parents?
Same deal. Run through the mill. Told constantly that training was the only way to survive in a world like this. It got bad enough that I ended up running away and siding with the Renans of all people. And now, I've got that training to thank for being alive.
I know how that feels.
The first time we met, you risked using your magic to stop me from kicking my dad's ass. You could have done anything else. You could have ignored it. So, why?
Yeah, I guess something about Zephyr reminded me of my own father.
You don't say. So, did your pops and mine look a lot like each other?
Not really. Not at all, in fact. I don't know how to explain it. I just felt
They both felt
a
like
resemblance, I
dads.
guess.
Wow. Well, I won't pretend I understand, but I'm glad. Your dad must have been a great guy.
He was.
Okay, so office, hidden chamber.
Maybe it's the snow soaking up all the sound, but something about Cislodia always feels mysterious to me. Solemn almost.
When it comes to solemnity, I'd say our own Altalina Palace is no slouch.
I won't argue with you there. Still, that azure tint of the shadows on the silvery white snow, it has a certain indescribable quality.
Indeed. It was boorish of me to even suggest such a comparison.
All I know is it's freaking cold. Still, more pleasant now that the locals aren't quite as frosty towards us.
Well, excuse me if I'm too frosty for your warm self.
Oh, come on! You know I didn't mean you. Besides, really, I'm the one who...
How about we stop getting hung up on the past for a change? Take what you've learned and put it to use in the future instead.
An unexamined past can be just as dangerous in its own right.
Better that than obsessing over it like a certain someone I know.
Kisara doesn't mince her words, does she?
I could say the same thing about one or two of the other women around here.
Tell me about it.
I think I'll refrain from commenting on this one.
Hoodle, I've got some dried fish for you. You want some?
Forget that. Doesn't some tasty red meat sound better, boy?
Hey! Stop trying to coax him away with treats. Get your own adorable sidekick if you're so desperate for one.
He appears to enjoy being the center of attention.
Funny how things change. He and Rinwell used to be joined at the hip, or shoulder to talon.
It's not just Hoodle who's become more trusting. Isn't that so, Rinwell?
They do say pets and their owners act alike. I suppose since we've been together, I've done my share of coming out of my own shell too.
Well then, I guess with you and Hoodle, that makes us all one big happy family.
Sometimes when I'm deep in thought, Hoodle will come over and sit next to me. I only wish I could actually pet him.
Oh, you will someday. You won't believe how soft he is.
Honestly, it'd be
Wish
kind
I
of funny
had
to
that
watch her do it
problem.
now.
I'm lucky if I can so much as look at old Featherbrain without him trying to claw me to ribbons.
Really? He seems tame enough around everyone else. Maybe it's just Hoodle's way of establishing dominance?
That's dogs, not owls.
What's going on when Hoodle pecks at you?
I don't know. Like when I'm talking to Rinwell, it's like he's trying to muscle me out or something. Unless... Wait, you don't suppose I make him jealous?
Come again?
Ow! Ow! Get off of me, you insecure fluff ball!
I rather think they make a good comedic pairing.
You fluff ball! Oh, shit makes me laugh. Okay. Wait. Here we are. Alright, Hoodle. Where's your buddy at? There he is.
Ooh. 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 Are those two discussing relics again?
Then it's a promise.
Indeed it is.
Law, what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, Kisara. It's nothing. It's just those two are being sneaky over there. I heard something about a promise.
A promise? If it has to do with relics, then what?
Wait. You don't think they're gonna ditch us to become treasure hunters, do you?
I mean,
I really doubt that.
You never know. He's pretty damn crazy for those relics of his.
Yeah, that's true.
It'd make things difficult for you if they just up and disappeared on us, right?
Yeah, that'd cause some problems.
We've gotta do something to stop them.
Hey, what if we collected all of the relics ourselves?
That's it! Then they wouldn't have to go anywhere!
We might not be able to hear them talk like he can, but we can still search for them anywhere that looks likely.
Yeah, between the two of us, I'm sure we won't miss a single one.
Speaking of which, why are you so concerned about them taking off?
Huh? Well, you see...
This is going to be so great.
Indeed. Once we're finished, we can hold it in the palace.
A Danon Relic exhibition.
I'll let you serve as our exhibit guide, Rinwell.
Right. I'll study up so I can answer any question they throw at me.
And, if you could, please ensure that Hoodle stays far, far away from the exhibits.
Huh?
My word, this must be the work of Providence.
What now?
I can totally see that. I mean, Hoodle did poop on him. Tina Palace. Although we do have a side quest here.
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Hey, isn't this the dude from earlier? You there, yes, you boys. Need somewhere to take a load
That's
off?
suspicious.
That doesn't sound suspicious at all. No, it's not. If he says it's nice, we gotta at least check it out.
Got it.
Alright, we'll play along. That's the spirit. Alright, follow me. It's right this way. Brave New World.
What is this place?
There's a hot spring here.
What is this place? There's a hot
So
spring
I
around
built
here.
up a little shack around it. What do you say? Want to take a dip?
What's a hot spring?
It is a place where hot water reaches the surface from underground. It's nature's very own open-air bath.
Oh, it's a bath.
Think of it like soaking in a giant bathtub, all while appreciating nature's splendor. Don't you want to ease your sore muscles?
I say we go for it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You mean together?
What? Of course not. We'll go first, you men after.
I think not. No one takes the first bath from me.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay. Let's settle this fair and square with rock, paper, scissors.
House Ilkaris will never be bested.
Okay, Hot Spring, here we come.
Oh, now you're on board.
Dohalim, why are
You're
you
not
not changing?
undressing, Dohalim?
Hmm? Oh, yes. I'm used to having an attendant handle such things. Could I trouble you to undress me?
Us? No way! Why the hell am I doing this?
Lift your leg, would you, Dohalim?
Thank you.
Ah, you really do have knickers!
I should have known that there was going to be a bathhouse set up.
This does feel
I'm
kind
very
of nice.
jealous right now. I will not lie. I want to go to a hot spring
It
again.
was certainly worth the trip.
I feel more tired than ever, though. Dohalim? What was that for?
Hmm? Oh, it's to have the servant man bring me a drink, of course.
Is drowning other guests allowed in this place?
This is nice. Still, it's a little lukewarm.
The temperature? I find it just right.
If anything, it's too hot.
Really? It's not hot enough for me. Be right back. I'm gonna borrow the blazing sword from Shion.
Man, he's gotta be joking.
Oh no.
Shion, I need a favor.
Alphen, you're...
What? But I...
That was a fine bath indeed.
Yeah, we should do that again sometime.
Some walls are better left standing.
Oh my god. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, some still haven't got a chance to take a dip yet. Oh, shit. Okay, I gotta watch the next one.
I think it's safe to rest here now.
Yeah!
Hey, come take another dip? Yes. Humbling lesson. Oh no.
Looks like we're up.
Oh, I can't wait. No peeking, okay?
Ha! You wish.
Take all the time you like.
Who's even got a little bath?
I feel alive again.
This from the youngest of us.
Really, though, this is nice. I never imagined I'd get to have a group bath with you girls.
Gosh, Shion, your skin's so flawless. How do you do it?
You must tell us your secret.
Oh, thanks, girls.
It looks so silky smooth. I want to reach out and
Ma.
touch it.
Ma,
Hands off,
stop it.
remember?
You're so muscular, Kisara.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that, Rinwell.
Law.
What?
There are some walls that boys are meant to surmount.
Oh my god.
Right.
Only by surmounting said walls does a boy become a man. And as it so happens, I can assist with that. Are you game?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Alvin! This is an important rite of manhood, right?
If you say so.
A man of principles.
That's not a bad thing.
You wouldn't deny me the chance to be a man, would you?
Indeed. You wouldn't take away the opportunity for a young person to flourish, would you?
Alvin's pretty cool, but he can be kinda dense sometimes.
Well, he went a while not feeling any pain.
You can't deny you're a match, Shion.
Yeah, totally.
What was that for, Rinwell?
The dirty-minded devils, that's what.
What?
Oh lord.
Alvin, what happened to you all?
We're
I
fine.
had no part in any of it. You've got to believe me.
That was a fantastic bath.
Yes, we should all come back sometime.
Us too. Please.
I suppose some walls are better left unmounted.
Law failed to unlock the title Dirty Minded Devil. Well, what'd you think? Nice
Yeah.
strings, huh? Yeah, they're great.
Hmm.
But what happened with Alphen and the guys? Oh my god. That's freaking hilarious.
I sense a strange power from this.
Alright, Cislodia's done. Now to Menancia, specifically Altina Palace first off. We have to go to second floor of the Altina Palace in the guard room.
Sure is good to be back in the pleasant climes of Menancia. Especially after the extremes of some of the other regions we visited.
Definitely. Your country is beautiful.
You do me an honor. However, this place was never mine to own.
I didn't mean it that way. Though, I guess technically you weren't born here either. Native or not, that doesn't change the feelings you had for the place. If I were you, I'd try to take a little pride in people's compliments.
Allow myself to feel pride, huh? That sounds like no easy task.
Nothing sounds easy when you overthink things the way you do. It must be exhausting.
He's always worrying about something. It's probably what gives him his eye for detail. That's just the way he is.
Yeah, so we'd noticed.
Let's change the subject, shall we? It's a wonder so many things coincided to bring us here. Alphen's awakening, Shion's decision to revolt, the Danon uprising in Calaglia, the Crown Contest's final, sputtering throws.
Zephyr's being in the right place at the right time. The fact that you happened to be a lord just as this was all going on.
It's almost as if we were brought together by design. By someone who wanted to bring down the system.
No, enough Hand of Destiny talk. We did this on our own steam. It's our responsibility to see it through.
Did Law just utter a pearl of wisdom?
I do think about things, you know. Just what do you take me for exactly?
Honestly, I always sort of pegged you as a likable dolt.
That's messed
What
up,
the hell
Rinwell.
makes me a dolt, you dolt?
I mean, she did say he was a likable dolt, didn't she?
Let's refrain from poking this particular Zoogle any further. Some lessons just can't be taught.
Not to dolts, anyway.
Hey, Kisara, what's your secret for putting up with Dohalim? I don't know how you managed to deal with him.
Secret? Oh, I don't think it's as difficult as all that, really.
Could have had me fooled. Anyone who waxes lyrical on the aesthetic qualities of cactus thorns is a step too far for me.
And those poetic flourishes he sneaks into regular conversation? How am I supposed to react?
He likes the sound of his own voice, that's for sure. I say let him have his fun. No need to try and understand anything he says.
Has he always been like that?
He didn't seem as on edge all the time back in Menancia, though he was my superior back then. So who's to say what I didn't see?
The Lord of Cislodia hid in plain sight while a crony posing as him carried out all his business. What if the Lord we met in Vicente was really...
An imposter? Dohalim? Hardly. Like it or not, that's him all right. In all his flamboyant, circumloquacious glory.
I'd like to see someone try to impersonate that on a daily basis.
Come to think of it, what with being a lord and all, he's probably never had anyone to speak to on an equal basis.
It wouldn't surprise me. Having you guys around, having a family in a way, must be what's helped him change.
A little heads up on some of his eccentricities would have been nice.
It's those eccentricities that make him who he is.
Exactly. Guard room. Guard room. Where's the guard room? That way.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Where is he, Hoodle? There he is. You big bastard.
That treasure. What a sweet sounding ring it has.
So, ding, ding, ding. did that one. So now we shall go to the inn. There's a quest apparently.
Really think so?
Huh? I think someone's calling out for us.
They could have something they need from us.
Dohalim pancakes!
Huh?
What?
Filled with equal parts compassion and passion, always ready to boldly rescue anyone from the perils of the munchies. Delectable, ineffable Dohalim pancakes! Get 'em while they're hot!
That's quite the sales pitch.
This is all new to me as well, I assure you.
Why, if it isn't Lord Dohalim himself! Care for...
Might as well have some while we're here.
Indeed. However, I'm not sure how I feel about eating my own visage in front of the populace.
At least let me show you how to make them!
Dun, dun,
I'll
dun.
also teach you the most important part!
Oh, this sounds like pure gold.
Hey! We should make some pancakes right now!
They were drawing Dohalim's face back there. That seems like a handy trick to keep in your back pocket.
The recipe's light on ingredients, and a little extra work could bring the flavor right out.
Great! Then let's make some together! Our very own personalized pancakes!
Sure. I got this.
You're out, Alvin. I don't need spicy pancakes. You're out too, Kisara. You'd win easily.
Win what? Is it a competition?
Yes! A contest between me, Shion, and Dohalim.
What about Law?
Wait, what? I'm more of an eating specialist.
You can say that again.
I accept any and all challenges.
Great. Then I'll be the judge.
I can gather the ingredients.
Okay, then it's on!
Like, seriously, what about Law?
Hey, what about me?
Dana's tastiest pancake.
Maybe we'll have some luck finding what we need at the farm.
And best trouble.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
What you got for me? Oh, look who it is. Long time no see. Good to see you. Here to grab some things if you don't mind. Oh, not at all. Take as much as you like. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Thanks for that. Now we can get to making some pancakes. Ooh, pancakes, you say? I love mine thick and leathered with whipped cream. You know, if you add meringue, it makes the dough nice and fluffy. And there ain't no better whipped cream than the kind made from the cow's milk here. This must be an expert in the field.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to find out once and for all whose pancakes reign supreme.
I guess he's emceeing now.
Let's hear some thoughts from Kisara, our judge.
Indeed. This is a highly eclectic group of competitors. I look forward to seeing what they produce for us today.
Oh my god.
Expectations sure are running high. And here comes Shion with her entry.
I applied all of my know-how to this and put extra care into the visual presentation.
Well, that's bold.
Nothing wrong with Shion holding her head high. Let's see how it tastes. What?
I mixed in some candy that tingles the tongue.
Oh,
God, I'm watching
I
Shokugeki.
It's creative. I'll give it that. But it's quite, a mouthful, as it were. It might be too sweet.
Well, I should hope so. I put in as much food and sugar as I could. It should provide 3 days worth of nourishment.
3 days worth?
Holy hell.
Our judge has been left stunned.
And not in a good way.
Now it's time for the Lord himself.
Here's what I made.
What? What the?
Dough Halim pancakes!
I can't believe he actually did the art.
Go on, relish my crowning achievement to your heart's content.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Not even a moment's pause.
What is inside it?
There's some strange liquid leaking out of this.
Indeed, I gathered delicacies the world over and packed them all in. That's what makes my masterpiece so good. Pancakes are overrated anyways.
And you're out.
Defeat. And just like that, his lordship is disqualified.
What do I do? I just made regular old pancakes. They're both just so eccentric. And mine is so... How am I supposed to follow their acts?
Renwell, you're up.
Okay, I'm coming. Just putting on some finishing touches. Ooh! Oh, Oodle.
Oh, no.
Your face. Huh. Are you sure? Well, okay.
Oh god.
I'll never forget you, Hoodle.
Huh?
Okay, made it. Here you go.
Oh lord.
Oh no, you didn't. Never mind. Let's see what Judge Kisara thinks.
Let's see. It's nice and soft around the edges, and yet there's a Hoodle face firmly imprinted in the middle. The contrast of fluffiness and firmness is simply fascinating, and there's a sweet texture that's nicely offset by the jam's tartness. That, and it's the strangest thing, it gives me this odd sense of ardor and conviction.
Oh no.
I give this a perfect winning score.
Renwell takes the title!
Yay!
Looks like you reign supreme over pancakedom.
I don't understand. I thought I'd gotten the look and taste perfect. What could I have done wrong? Huh? Where's Kisara?
Pulling a feather out of her
She
mouth.
took off running to burn off the food she ate.
I may have done her a disservice. I guess I was only thinking about what I personally would want to eat.
You know, these other ones are actually pretty good. I could go for more of this texture and salty sweetness.
I agree. Still, they pale next to Rinwell's pancakes.
Yeah, no
Freaking
question
law.
there.
In fact, I would love to partake in them again sometime. Whatever gave it such a fright?
Don't worry about it. I'll draw all of your faces next time.
I can't wait.
You just draw them, right?
Oh god. Alright, the Legion. There's apparently 2 side quests.
Looks like we made it here in one piece.
I wonder if something happened.
Constant vigilance.
I never thought about this until now, Elfin. But doesn't it get hot wearing that armor all the time? You feel heat and cold again, don't you?
Admittedly, yeah. It can get pretty toasty in this thing.
Is it hard when your back starts to itch?
Oh, you bet. Plus, my shoulders get stiff wearing it, even if it's not all that heavy.
Kisara looks like she manages all right with her armor.
Because she custom
Armor
made
takes a
hers.
strong body and a stout heart.
Spoken like a true guardsman. Not that I really get what you mean.
The more I think about it, the more I realize what a pain it must be. Like, what do you do when you need to take a leak?
Ew!
That part can be a bit of a pain, yeah. More things to take off.
That sucks, man. Wouldn't it be easier if you just walked around outside of your armor most of the time instead?
You never know when the enemy might attack. As tempting as it might be to take it off, it's not worth getting killed over.
So basically, you're screwed if you ever get attacked while taking a dump. Right, Rinwell?
Oh
Are
god.
you doing this on purpose?
What are you doing here? Oh, hey there, Alpha. Nice to see you. Tilsa, did you come out from Clagga to help out with things here? Sure did. I heard what happened. Sounds like sounds like these people had it even worse than we did. If you can believe it. They might be physically free, but a lot of them still have a long way to go mentally. So it seems. I actually have some knowledge about treating mental health issues, so I'm going to try and help them think independently while
Thank you.
That'd be really great, but how do you plan to help them? Simple, by sitting down and talking with them one-on-one, asking questions, seeing how they respond, and counseling them. That makes sense. I wish we had the time and ability to do that kind of stuff ourselves, but we don't really. Stop feeling like you have to shoulder everything yourself, Alfred. You'll burn yourself out. You know what? Maybe you and I could sit down for a session together. What do you say? What? Do you really think I need counseling that badly? No need to get so defensive. I just want to gauge how you're doing mentally right now. Oh, alright. Well, sure. Let's give it a shot. Sure. Let's see how this works.
Yeah.
Great. Alright. I want you to answer a series of questions for me. First, don't think too deeply. Just go with your gut. What's your favorite type of astral energy? Fire. Okay, how do you like to fight? Close quarters. What is the most important thing to you in life? Crap, I mean, all three of these are equally important. Well, money, because money helps me when it comes to helping friends and making sure friends have good times. And money also makes sure that my free time is actually spent doing things that I want instead of laying around doing nothing. What's the first thing you do when I get home? Relax and unwind. If you kept an animal as a pet, how would you raise it? I'd let it do whatever it... Well, no. I mean, yes. You're like a scruffy old revolutionary and you're willing to lay down your life for the cause if that's what it comes down to. There are lots of people who admire that spirit, but don't forget to take care of yourself.
Wow.
Here, you know, I never really thought of myself like that, but you're right. I mean, the pet thing, it's more on the lines of I let the pet be independent and make sure it has food and water. And obviously vet care, if vet care is needed.
You say so. Let me see, yes.
My lord, you've received a notice from Notio. It says that the wedding is to be held at Saxleo Temple. Excellent, thank you for letting me know. At last, it seems the big wedding is upon us. I can ill think of a happier occasion than this. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Their future...
Saxleo Temple. Isn't that where Shion was being held?
Wasn't it beautiful? I can't wait for this.
It'll be fine. But if anything, seeing something amazing happening will actually be a benefit. It will help overlap the traumatic memories. Hey. Ex-Leo Temple. Or Dohelium, thank you for coming. Dohelium, you're here. Great. Let's get right to business. Everyone's waiting for you to speak. Wow, this is quite a gathering you've all assembled. One more reason to make sure I don't disappoint. Thank you all for coming. Today I wish to forego the usual formalities and ask for your blessing on this most auspicious day. First Minister Notio and his soon-to-be wife Kagari when...
Just great.
This is going to take a while. Now then, a toast to the loving couple's eternal happiness as well as peace and prosperity between Dana and Rena. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers!
Alright, time for the big bouquet toss. You know, Shion, I hear if you can't catch a bouquet at a wedding, you'll always be single and alone.
What?
Wait, really? Hiya! Aha! Yay! Aw.
Nice try, you two.
Nice try, you two. Better luck
But
next
never.
time. Never. Why?
Wait, something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
I couldn't catch it.
Ooh.
I'll always be alone. How could I? Oh, please. I'm so lonely.
Oh no. This is just like what happened.
I'm alone.
What can I do to get her to snap out of it? I've got it!
Alvin?
Shion, you're not alone. You've got all of us. There's also this one from... So please, we'll fight this together.
You dummy! That's not what I was upset about. How many times do I need to tell you not to blindly rush into things?
Oh, God.
That said, it does make me feel better. Even if your bouquet is just a weapon named after one.
I'm just glad I could help. And I made another one to go with it, so it wouldn't be lonely either.
You never cease to amaze me, Alphen. Seriously.
The hell?
Feeling better now, Shion?
I'm sorry I lost my cool like that.
Don't worry. It's not like I have any room for criticism.
Being a grown-up isn't easy, is it?
Nope. Being a grown-up sucks, Rinwell.
Always good to be back in familiar territory. Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to...
Yes.
Remind me, you two were both born in this current generation of Renans, correct? That would put 100 years between us. Which would make me akin to your ancestor to your generation. As such, I have an opportunity to demonstrate the respect due to elders like you. Perhaps I'm reading into things too much, but is such respect truly merited in this instance? I couldn't tell you one way or another, but it seems like he needs help with something. Just listen to what I have to say right now. You see,
Excuse me.
hold on, I can't let you go any further. I had a feeling this was going to happen. You always try to beat me to the punch with these things. I'm surprised to hear you object. I thought you understood that sometimes the quest for knowledge requires that we get our hands dirty. It's exactly why I can't simply stand here and let you do this. I could be losing out on a valuable opportunity. Then let's make it fair, shall we? We'll both give them our request. Works for me. I have no objections. My head's starting to hurt trying to follow these two. They must be pretty strong, even if you even admit that. I don't know what you two want from us, but don't expect us to agree to anything.
Hey.
What's that? Are you simply going to walk past an elderly person in distress? I don't think the generation gap has gotten so wide that young people forgot their manners. How unfortunate.
Really now?
All right. We'll hear you two out, but one matter at a time. We're busy people ourselves and our own matters to attend to. Fair enough. In that case, I can wait. You can go first. Thank you. Now, as I was about to say before, I'd like you all to go down to the surface arena and track down a certain experimental Zoogle subject of mine. It's a failed specimen. I ejected it from Dake Phasal, thinking that would dispose of it, but it seems to survive the trip in
What?
space. You threw it into space? That's so cruel. And you wish for us to finish the job, I gather. That's partly what I need you to do. More importantly, I need you to collect tissue from said Zoogle. I never would have predicted that it would arrive on Rena alive and well. It merits further scientific investigation. Why not simply go there yourself? You could research the creature to your heart's content. Proper field studies aren't my area of expertise. From what I gather, you people are better equipped for such strenuous work than I'll ever be.
See.
I thought I was being mindful of how I presented myself, but apparently not. Sounds like someone's a little lazy to me. We'll handle it.
Agreed.
I have rather mixed feelings. I won't make any firm promises on what we shall deliver, but if that works for you, we'll look into it. I'm pleased to see that my predictions about you weren't unfounded. In that case, go on and get to work. The rest of my research is being held up by this, and the sooner you finish this, the better. I should also mention the Zoogle in question is a 6-armed giant. It's extremely valuable specimen, so be careful in dealing with it. Oh, really?
Dohalim, the line of researchers is getting longer.
Perhaps I should have put more thought into this before accepting.
Of course the wedding cake cutter is stronger. You know what? Screw it. Reflector armor. Burning blood. Alright, let's go to the owl forest real quick. I want to see if them other owls popped up there.
We've reached our destination.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
1, 2, 3, 4. There's a 5th owl. Is he around here somewhere? Hang on. Now I'm gonna double check this. So there's that one. I do that, blah blah blah. Da, 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 da. Avia waste campfire. Did all that. Did that. Sweet giant zoo did that. Got that all. Ran all there. All there. Oh, okay. There we go. I know where I need to go. First, we'll go to Shinefall Woods. Southern Campfire. Fast travel to there. I did the Untamable Rage part, I'm pretty sure.
We should be able to cook here.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Taking the road less traveled.
What do you all say to taking the path less trodden for once?
Path? I don't see any path.
Do you mean that thing that looks like an animal trail? Path may be a generous term. I'm assuming you know where it leads?
My gut says to a bridge.
Hoodle says your gut's wrong.
Really? Well, it is definitely in the right general direction.
Not that main roads are necessarily danger-free, but he does have an uncanny knack for insisting on some strange and unique routes.
Elfin always did like a challenge. Can't say I appreciate some of the more daredevil ways he's taken us, though.
Like the landslide he insisted was a shortcut before disappearing off the edge, nearly gave me a heart attack.
I'll say, yet the intrepid explorer looked as happy as a pig in muck.
Probably best we stick to doing our own orienteering in the future.
Hey, so what about this route then?
Maybe if we pretend we can't hear him.
Don't you think the path forward is fraught enough without making extra problems for ourselves? Maybe best to reel it back.
Good point. I say we stick to the main track like regular travelers for once.
Guys?
I will break down this wall!
Frickin' Hoodle. Uh-huh. Aha! See, iron pipes. There's a reason to hold on to shit. This is all requiring monster parts from Rena, though. Oh, although, except I can make this one now. Always keep your
I
senses
always
sharp.
sound hammers banging away.
Okay, so there was that. And then we need to go to Tua Seashore. Which means this one.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster. Oh?
Hey, what's this bottle? You get sick if you drink out of random bottles you pick up. I'm not drinking from it. There's something inside, though. A letter. What does it say? Ship sank. Drifted to this island. No way off. Send help. It seems there was a shipwreck and sent this letter out to seas in hope of it being found. Oh my gosh, we gotta rescue them. There's a map in here. It's a rough sketch, but it's got the location of the island. Let's take a boat there.
I wonder what we'll find out there this time.
Most likely Zoogles, I would reckon.
I mean, other than them.
Mahagsar. To the wharf.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hang on. Apparently I have a skit.
Everything okay there, big guy? You look kind of pissed.
I'll say. He looks like he wants to bite the head off something.
What's eating at you? Come on, Alphen. You're gonna bring us all down if you keep that ferocious scowl on.
Oh, sorry. Do I really look that ticked off?
Yeah, it kinda makes you hard to talk to. So, what's bothering you?
It's a pebble.
A pebble?
Snuck its way into the back of my boot. I can't seem to get rid of it.
Oh, I totally get you. Weird how much it can get on your nerves, huh?
Yeah, it's barely bigger than a grain of sand. So how come it feels like I'm walking around on hot nails?
You know, maybe this is a crazy solution, but you could just take your boot off and give it a shake.
Yeah. Yeah, of course. You're right.
It's a guy thing.
Phew.
We don't do that.
It's like I've been given a new lease on life. Thanks for the tip, Shiana.
Seemed kind of obvious, but you're welcome. That's the trouble with windy places. All that fine debris ends up getting into your hair and clothes.
Alphen, is it just me, or have you become extra sensitive ever since getting your sense of pain back?
I mean,
Now that
probably.
you mention it, the other night at camp, there was a fly buzzing around that annoyed him so much, he unsheathed the blazing sword.
So much for sensitive. That's just being a Mr. Cranky Pants.
Nothing new on that front, then.
What's the matter, Alphen? You look a little tense.
It's nothing, really.
He wants to get angry, but knows that doing so would only prove our point. Hence the building frustration showing plainly on his face.
Would you stop analyzing things for 1 minute?
Point taken.
Did you guys just leave him alone? To uninhabited island.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Isn't that all Madria's?
So this is where her ship drifted.
Then the one who wrote the letter is...
Alive, but badly wounded. I doubt many of the others have survived.
Let's survey the area.
Bring it on, Zoogles.
I won't forgive you!
As impressive as always.
Here I hope that was improving.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Tion actually look better.
And down for the count.
Well, looky here.
Ding, ding, ding. Oh.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
No checking on ranch. There's a fishing spot. That.
No backing down! Rising Lyra! Lunaronga! Thunder of devastation! I'm just getting started!
Now!
Did you see?
Sure did. The part where
Ooh.
you swung and missed, right?
Not that part!
Gotta break through! Can't get out of this!
Here's the eagle!
I'm on it! Take this!
Freeze Lancer!
Truck! Burn! We did it! That's
As
enough!
impressive as always.
The waters of freedom!
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
Nice.
Easy peasy, huh, Hoodle?
Okay, so that was that. Whoop. Done. Whoop. Done.
There's something in the water.
Fishing spots. Okay, don't care about the lemon gel. But look, a shiny rock. More ingredients. And then fish out there, which we don't care about. Let's go this way. Crud?
It's you.
You kills a
Lord
lick.
Dovalim.
I figured I'd find you here, Kalzalik.
You knew he'd be here?
The handwriting on the note was all too familiar to me.
Did you come all the way out here to mock me, or have you changed your mind about putting me to death?
I mean, I say we put him to
What
death.
if I had?
You have no right. You who abandoned your lordly duties and chose to fraternize with embeddeds of all people! And for what? How could someone as powerful as yourself turn your back upon the crown contest?
Not this again.
I ran from this once, but I must face it now. The crown contest was never for me. I apologize for dragging you along, but I do not regret my choice in the slightest. Listen to me, Kalzalik. People change. They can change given time, and regardless of their race. I know you're a capable man. You could do so much for others if you were so inclined.
Me? Impossible. It's too late for me. Death. Death closes in on me wherever I go.
What?
Sugel.
That's Almadrius.
Is she alive too?
It's death!
Has this been... become even more ruthless?
There's nothing more fearsome than a wounded beast.
Especially without its master.
Well, I'm not leaving it to its own devices.
Raging storm! The flashing part's their weak point.
Rising Wyvern! Thunderous devastation!
Thanks for the healing. Watch yourself, okay? Yeah, you too. Tempest World!
Armor won't save you!
Go get
Not now, not ever! Rising Wyvern!
in here!
The picture of hell! Thunderous devastation!
Break does this one, oh Lord! I'm sorry to be a father.
We've all got enough.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, jeez, Law. Holy crap. Life bottle on Law.
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint, I hear.
No, that'd be silly.
Where are you going? Raging
Vacuum blade! Rising Wyvern!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Lunar Rondo! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Vacuum blade! There!
Oh, geez, I died.
Not the slightest! You'll pay for that!
A wailing banshee of lightning! It's mine! Divine!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Wyvern!
I'll let you all down.
Jesus.
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Blade!
Shion.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry.
Where you go?
You better.
I'm going to use
Rising
all the
Wyvern!
power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Thunderous Death!
Felt fine not too long ago.
Rising Wyvern! Thunderous Death Thesis! Pistol! Thunderous Death Thesis!
I'm just getting started.
Rising Wyvern!
Watch it.
Lunar Rondo! Mammoth Kick! It's over!
Outstanding form.
Burn!
Raging cascade.
Rising Wyvern!
The waters of creation are
Death
filled.
Thesis!
Dance immortal droplet. Sleep now.
Inspiration! I could do this all day.
Uh-oh. Need to use a thingy. Let's use a pineapple gel.
Listen to it!
Now I'm in the groove.
Freeze
Thunderous Death Thesis!
I'm going to use the all power of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Let's tear 'em up.
Wailing dancing lightning.
Far behind. Looks like this one's mine.
Like hell it is. It's too much.
That'll bring you down.
Now I'm in the groove.
Rising Wyvern!
Sleep now.
Thunderous Death Thesis!
The waters of creation. They're not playing around.
Now I can let loose.
I need things to go away.
What I do without you,
Perhaps now isn't the time?
I really don't.
Thunderous Death Thesis!
It's about to strike.
Look sharp, everyone! Try harder!
The picture of health. Dust to dust. Like you won't do.
Stay away from my friend! Rising Wyvern! Thunderous Death Thesis!
Run, 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 run.
Rising Wyvern! This ends now!
Got it.
All yours, Kitara.
There.
Would you come with us? We can take you someplace safe.
To where? Where could I possibly be safe from that?
What are you talking about? We already took care of the monster.
No! Death is immortal by its very nature. Even now it haunts me. It hounds me. The Silver Death curses me incessantly with its many faces, many voices. Don't follow me. Leave me be. Leave me alone. Ah!
What's happened to him?
Whatever it is, it seems we have read the situation wrong.
He spoke of a silver death. Do you think he could be
Oh, yeah.
referring to the people back in Vicent that he hollowed?
He did so at Almadria's urging. I'm sure that somewhere deep down, he felt guilt and remorse for what he did. It was easy to blame it all on Almadria while she was alive. But now that she's gone, he has no one left but himself to blame for his own misdeeds. He's alone with his guilt on this island.
But it sounds like he lacked the mental fortitude to endure it.
Yep.
Makes sense. Sounds like just desserts to me.
Almadria's monsters had nothing to do with it then.
So he was a Renin, yet he regretted his part in the Danan's persecution. And now he's beyond help.
Should we really just wash our hands of him, though?
I say yes.
To be honest, It seems like he's punished himself far more than any
Just
punishment we
leave
could
him
hope
here.
to mete out.
It'll be fine.
Dohalim,
If I hadn't met all of you, No, even after that. If I hadn't accompanied you on this journey, it's entirely possible that might have been me.
but you did. You're here with us now. And you didn't stumble upon redemption, Dohalim. This is the path you chose for yourself.
Yes, I suppose it is.
Hey. Astral
I
flower.
think Hoodle senses something.
All right,
We're
Hoodle.
still standing.
What you
There
got
we
for
are.
me?
My word, this must be the work of Providence.
Provo, what now?
It means destiny. I think it's a bit of an exaggeration, though.
Ooh, a treasure chest.
There.
I see a glowy rock.
What do you say we check back in on the ranch?
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, now we shall go to the owl forest.
I think Hoodle senses something.
What is there? Like, obviously there's all these owls around, but what you got for me? Tunica Rene. Tunica Rene. Tunica Rene. Tunica Rene. Oh, King Doll. All sorts of stuff. Hey, did we find all the owls?
It's like we've assembled every single owl in Dana.
You know, looking at them all, I think we very well may have. Talk about a spectacular sight.
Yeah.
Nice.
His Majesty and Her Majesty both seem pleased as well.
When she's all alone, her thoughts drift to sad places. I did all this so that she could have lots of friends and live happily ever after.
Hey, I get a little grumpy sometimes.
I'm interpreting for the owls, not talking about you.
Well, at least Hoodle isn't alone anymore, right?
Right. Hey, Hoodle? Hoodle, I think you should stay. If you keep traveling with us, it's going to be constant fighting, and you'll be put in a lot more danger. But this is a safe place, filled with lots of friends for you. Plus, you can learn lots of new stuff with friends. Just like all the new things I've gotten to learn since I met Alphen and everyone else.
Please attack her. Hoodle. Peck her.
All I could teach you is to jump from twig to twig. But now look at you. You're soaring to new heights. You can go wherever you want on your own now. So, stay here and be with your friends, okay?
Are you sure about this?
Hey, I didn't mean for you to.
It's okay. I've made up my mind. We stuck with each other for as long as we did because we had no one else to depend on. Now, it's for the best we stay among our own kind. Take care of yourself, Hoodle.
Hoodle? I swear to God. We'll leave. Okay.
Hoodle? Hoodle, no! Your friends are that way! Why can't you understand?
I think he's trying to say, I don't abandon my friends.
Huh?
Oodle has his own wings. If he wanted to leave, he could have left whenever he wanted to.
He can come back to this place whenever he wants to. But right
Yep.
now, what he wants is to be with you.
It's true that his own kind is here, and he knows that. But he won't know if you'll always be around, Rinwell.
But, I mean...
I think he's asking you whether you really want him to go.
No! Of course I don't really want him to go! Hoodle's the only family I have left!
Then it's settled.
Hoodle has a place to go home to whenever he wants, and that'll never change things between you.
Are you sure about this, Hoodle?
Come on, peck her, Hoodle. She being dumb.
Take care of our friend.
I pray your journey is a safe one.
Okay, enough already.
Thank you. Try to be nice to one another, Your Majesties.
Well, what's the answer?
Oh, well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, we'll both take care of each other.
I meant the owl's answer.
Shoot him.
Let's go, Hoodle.
Shion, you should have shot him. Nice. We got all doubles. Cool. So what were those items I just got then? Revival rings and all that fun stuff. Field guide, artifacts. Carryover money, items, equipment, outfits, records, skills, levels, art proficiencies. Items. Costumes. Stevie Towel. Clerk uniform. Tunica Rene. Okay, so it's just the... Okay, where's the silver armor at now? Silver Sin Cleaver, copper. Unkept hair. Okay, it wasn't any of that. Maybe that was actual equipment then? Oh no, I just remembered something said silver armor at one point or another. So now I'm trying to figure out what the silver armor was. But oh well. Geek Phasal, take off point. Since apparently I need to take the hard way back to Rena. Dun-dun-dun. To Rena. Just until we get a fast travel.
Stay sharp. We're going in.
There's that. Retirement plans.
I wonder what Helganquil civilization was like at its zenith.
I can imagine that'd be something you'd take an interest in.
There's no question it must have been advanced, like none either world has ever seen. We could surely stand to learn a thing or two from such a people.
I get that you're itching to delve into its history, but we've got bigger fish to fry right now.
Put a pin in it, and you can do all the research you want when you retire.
I can think of worse things than a retirement dedicated to research. As for whether Rena is amenable to an aging specimen...
It's a little early to be giving it serious thought just yet.
A man can dream, though. A man can dream.
Oh, we didn't say there's anything wrong with dreaming.
In your case, Dohalim, dreams have a habit of spiraling into something else.
You'll need to stay with us for now, though. You're too helpful to let retire.
Why do I feel this is less of a compliment and more of an ultimatum?
Just a friendly suggestion.
Oh. Teleporter.
Looks like we've walked into that pit of astral energy.
More of them.
Helganquil!
Guess they don't need their red woman disguises anymore.
Wait, can you understand us?
It's no use. We're not going to get through to them.
So they really are being controlled. In that case, we've got no choice.
I was about to say, they tried to kill us several times.
I knew there was something off here.
They're not pulling punches. We have no choice but to beat them at their own game.
We barely managed to turn that battle.
You don't need to sound surprised.
Perhaps I'll put more faith in you then.
Well, I certainly won't argue.
Leave the enemy's arc to me.
No complaints here.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'm going to need to use all of my healing arts to accomplish this.
Oh.
Don't get caught in the blast.
Okay, here I go.
I'm sorry to be a bother.
We've all got enough on us.
Yes, ma'am.
Alphen?
I can't forgive them for what they've done, but I hate killing them. They don't even know why they're fighting. How does that even make them any different from the Danon slaves?
Perhaps. However, if we don't make a choice, the guilt of not doing anything will be that much worse.
Yeah, I know. I hate for it to be like this. But if it happens again, you won't find me hesitating to act.
I wonder if we're going to get attacked again.
If we lose heart now, this whole mission is over. We have to stay the course.
A six-armed...
I thought there'd be more dirt and rocks and stuff underneath the hollowed ocean, but it's all artificial.
I would imagine they're remnants left behind by the Helganquil, seeing as there's little actual land remaining.
It's incredible. Do you think it stretches all the way down to the center of the planet?
Probably.
Hey, these guys built Shenanigans, remember? They probably did this in a weekend.
If they had the power to create things like this, did they really only use those immense capabilities to serve the Great Spirit? Or rather, was that the only use the Great Spirit let them use their capabilities for? We haven't seen anyone here except Helganquil. Looks like this place really is their home planet.
The true citizens of Renna. What a shame that they have become nothing more than puppets to the Great Spirit. To think of the promise their accomplishments once held. They had the potential to be great indeed.
Do you think we could have got along with them? You know, if we had met under different circumstances. Like
all of us, you mean? I suppose it's difficult to say for sure. We don't even know if they would see us as being on an equal level with them or not.
I think we may have had the chance once, before the Renan Great Spirit came along and changed everything.
You and Alphen both share an optimism. A strong willingness to believe in hope.
Do you think that's foolish?
On the contrary, I should like to take a leaf from your book myself. In Tragedy's Aftermath, hope is all we have.
Oh
Just
my
look
lord.
at the size of that thing. The Helganquil's technology certainly is impressive. And they don't seem to do things by halves either. In the past 300 years. No, even before that. Just how many people, Renan or Danon, do you think have ever seen this?
Regarding the past 3 centuries at least, I'd say there's a good chance that we're the first. Also, while I get that it's impressive and all, I'm just amazed you're still standing around gawping at it at a time like this. Sometimes I wonder about your priorities.
I can understand where he's coming from. More to the point, does anyone know where it leads?
What do you mean where it leads? To the center of the planet, of course.
And that doesn't strike you as sounding just a little bit, oh, I don't know, far? There has to be a quicker way to get there, right?
Yeah. With all this technology at their fingertips, it seems pretty unlikely that they'd make that kind of journey on foot.
Yeah, they can also
There
fly.
must be some kind of device somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out how to use it.
Borrow one of their contraptions? You're either brave or out of your mind.
If it works for them, there's no reason it wouldn't for us. Why make things harder for ourselves?
You know what he's like, Law. Once he gets an idea in his head, there's no talking him out of it.
Alright, big fella. Let's do this.
This is gonna need all of us together! Go for the weak point! Rocked and red! The waters of creation!
Inspiration!
Resurrection! Droplet!
Rising Warper! Did you hear it now? Rising Germ!
It looks like you have that power! Go! Searing flame! Reload! The waters of creation!
Ignite! Eat this! That's enough! Rising Warper! Power of devastation! Weapon tear! Now in the groove! Let's tear 'em up! I'll finish
easily be fatal.
Just as well, I'm here to stop.
Rising Wyvern!
I can't hold on much longer!
I can do this all day. I'll finish you here and now. Do it!
Fury! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
Will this help?
Rising Wyvern!
Eat this!
Thunderous devastation!
Okay, here I go.
I'm sorry to be a bother.
Leave it all right now.
Yes, ma'am.
The water that creates radiance is here! Dance in more chocolate! Tidal wave!
Glacial spear.
Time for one more.
Radiant star!
Burn!
Freaking does it. So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't be a complaint idea.
No, that'd be silly. Freaking does it.
Here's evil! I never miss!
Oh, won't sink. I'll finish you here and now.
Rising Wyvern!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down.
Thunderous devastation!
We've got him on the run.
Don't get caught!
Run. Still anyone's fight.
Thunderous devastation!
Better not playing around!
And got it.
Try harder!
The water that creates
Rising Wyvern!
glacial spear! Here's evil!
Nothing gets by me.
Thunderous devastation!
Oh, now you're talking.
Is this it?
Don't leave me!
Yeah.
Do it!
To the left. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Well, we beat it in the end.
Let us harvest what we can use and take it with us.
Built for the sake of it and then cast aside. How sad.
I wonder how the Renans avoided being mind-controlled like the Helganquill. Do you think it might have something to do with the fact that they were originally Danans?
I'd say
Maybe.
it's likely. Which is pretty ironic when you think about it.
Ironic?
The Renans have committed grave injustices against the Danans. But it was all of their own volition, not because they were being controlled. Now, it turns out they themselves were once Danans too.
Which must mean that the root of their evil isn't the Great Spirit, but something inherent in all of us. Our free will.
Now hang on, though. It was that same free will that allowed Shion and Dohalim to choose to fight alongside us. Without it, we wouldn't have been able to beat hatred and forge all those connections we've made. Free will is what saved us, right?
Law's entirely right. In any case, it certainly can't hurt to look on the bright side every now and then.
Yeah. Where there's
Exactly.
hope, there's a way.
What do you say?
He said, without a doubt.
Go ahead and go here.
Always good to be back in familiar territory.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
We found the zoo you inquired about on Rena and vanquished it. Here's the tissue sample we managed to collect from it. Oh, wonderful. Looks like I was right to ask for your help. Well, I can't wait to analyze all of this. I don't know that I'll ever be able to see eye to eye with our ancestors. It's going to take a lot of doing, that's for sure, but I think you'll pull through. Once again, you're overconfident in my abilities in such matters, Kisara. It's not overconfidence. After all, you sure bridged the gap between Danans and Renans.
Mm-hmm.
So you're finished with them now, right? Can I take my turn now? Yes, do as you like. I'm going to return to my research now. Hey, more money.
Hey, if we find anyone who needs help here...
I know. We'll make sure to...
Mm-hmm.
I've been waiting for you all. Now it's finally my turn, so listen up and listen up good. I'll cut right to the chase. I have something I want you people to fight. Freaking again? Why do you people always sound so arrogant asking us to do this stuff? That doesn't matter here. What I want you to fight is a prototype creature that I specifically sent to fight. All these people seem to talk about is their prototypes and their experiment subjects here. Is everyone like that around here? Yeah. Why the hell do you have to go and make something sound so obnoxious? Why, for the pursuit of knowledge. I have an endless fascination with just how strong individual creatures can get. The difficult part is determining whether something is truly the strongest thing out there. If it defeats a strong opponent, you can be confident it's stronger than them at least, but it's hard to find a truly satisfying opponent. But then you all appeared, as if it's answering my call. I hear you all are quite hardened warriors. Thus, I want you to have to fight I want to have you fight my creation so I can finally know which of you is stronger. Well, when you put it like that, it's hard for us to turn you down. What do you think you're doing? We have important stuff to take care of. What happens if one of us gets hurt? You have nothing to worry about. What's more, we're more than ready for whatever this guy might throw at us. Let's do this right here, right now. So, are we doing it here? Mm-hmm. Oh, we can't do it here. We'd be in serious trouble if one of you blew out a hole in the station while you fight. I already have a good spot lined up on Dana. I'll transport you all there. I expect good results from all of you. I assume you're ready to fight now? Of course.
Got it.
You bet. Let's
Very
do this.
well.
I'm going to start recording you all now. Good luck. An ambition fulfilled. Ooh. Hello.
Is the Vicent training ground?
Hey, isn't that a Hellcat flow?
Is it some sort of prototype?
Whatever it is, it's a real tough customer.
Thanks, Sheila.
Be careful not to overdo it.
I'm sorry. I'll do better.
Rising water! Thunder upon station!
Come to an end.
Leave the enemy's arts to me.
No complaints here.
Just what I need. Fly back into the fray.
And Big Fist has got your name on him.
Ignite!
I can do this all day.
Magic is there.
Rising water!
Feel.
I'll crush you.
Nice. Go off.
Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw.
Rising wyvern! Thunder upon station!
All good things come to an end.
Rising wyvern! Thunder upon station!
Eat this. I can do this all day. That's much better.
Eat that!
This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Here goes. Looking something.
I can carve through it.
Not in your dreams.
Rising wyvern! Thunder upon station!
Outstanding form. Here's a hero. First aid.
Take it away, Laura. I thought you'd never ask.
Looks like you got this one covered. Not in your dreams. Radiant here.
Come on!
All disasters may
Water
come.
of
Here once
devastation.
more. Healing some purity. Real power. Freeze order. Do it. This
Got
ends
it.
now.
Consider yourself finished.
How about it?
Booyah! We kicked that thing's ass. Did you make sure to record it? Indeed, I did. I can't believe my little creation lost. I sure have an egg on my face now. We were wondering though, why was the Helgan quill? Oh yeah, that. Isn't that like what you all serve? It only physically resembles one on the outside. Its internal biology is otherwise entirely different. To make my creation stronger, I took elements from the Overseer and put them together. Wait, you used parts of Hevrek to make it?
Hey!
Who cares? We beat it. That's what matters. Which is fine by me. I've already explained what it is I am truly after. I don't get this guy at all. Thanks to you all, I now have valuable recordings to examine. Oh, and I have an idea. What if I took elements from you all and pass? Alas, if you ever change your minds, let me know. That's not happening, ever. If you insist. Regardless, I now crown you all champions of the void.
Wow!
Champions of
Seriously?
the void? That's right. It's a title I feel is befitting for having managed to fell a creation by me, one of Daik Faisal's great geniuses. Champion of the void. Champion of the void. You know, that's got a nice ring to it. You ever call yourself that in front of anyone else, I'm going to pretend I don't know you. Of course, I can't let this loss stand. I'll be back with a brand new creation to reclaim that title. You can count on it. Ha! I'd love to see you try. You can take us anytime.
Seriously?
Yeah, next time you get to do it alone. With that, I'll be taking my leave. I'm not the only one who has business with you all, after all. Space champion.
I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like
Alright, now what do you got? Oh, looks like they've arrived. I suppose that's my cue to talk. I wish you all could have been briefed on this ahead of time, though. Briefed on what exactly? Well, seeing as we're scientists on Dake Faisal, we've been researching and developing Zoogles of our own. And at last, mine is finally complete. A tough and highly destructive super Zoogle in equal measure. Someone else claimed their Zoogle was the most powerful one as well. Lies, my Zoogle strength puts that one to shame. That's why it's a super Zoogle. Although it can't do anything other than beat up its targets. Bah, like it matters. Anyway, because of a slight miscalculation, this super Zoogle has unfortunately escaped. To where? You don't mean to say. Indeed, to Dana. That dangerous thing's running loose down there? I'll remind you, it's not just dangerous, like I said before. It's tough and highly destructible super Zoogle. It's not something to boast about. Regardless, I've tracked its trajectory. It appears to be located in a place I believe you all refer to as Adon Lake. I take it you wish for us to exterminate it. I suppose, though, it hasn't caused any damage as of yet. We'll see what we can do. Can't just let that thing run wild out there. Agreed. It poses a considerable
Very
risk.
nice.
I eagerly anticipate your results. After all, you people were supposed to be the strongest that humanity has to offer. That's right, so don't hesitate to beat it to a pulp. Oh, I should also mention that your target is essentially two Zoogles in one. Have fun with that.
Seriously, what do they take us for?
Menancia. Not Menancia? Is it in Maha? Yep, Mahagsar.
Research subjects, just like everything else.
Okay. Forge weapons, craft weapons. Realm Unifier, missing some stuff. Missing some stuff. Missing some stuff. I mean, I could get that one, but not yet. I need more of those cursed claws before I start making a bunch of weapons for people. Okay, so obviously we did not beat Tales of Arise tonight. However, I can't afford to do another stupid long stream like last time. So I guess on the next Modern Monday we will continue with Tales of Arise. As much as I would love to do another stupidly long stream, I have to work, and I super regretted working or doing that long stream the next day. It was a painful day at work, to say the least. So we're going to go ahead and call it an end there. Thank you, folks, for tuning in to the Flying T-Bar C tonight. If you enjoyed the stream, make sure to check out my other socials, which is Twitter and YouTube, especially YouTube, because that's where I'm archiving all of my stuff. So you can go and watch all of the other previous episodes of Tales of Rise, if you so want. Yeah. So all I have to say now is happy trails to everybody. And we're going to go ahead and raid. Ooh, I haven't raided Stabbiness in a while, so we're going to raid Stabbiness.